What's up? What's up? What's up? Welcome to episode 43 of the Ketchup podcast. Act like you know, with the fam in the building. You got your host, Lofton, aka Mr. Hayes Adonis, and my man Rajeen,
aka Mr. Make It Happen.
And as always, we got to have the perspective down below. If you're watching us on YouTube, we got the perspective, Miss Aaliyah in the building.
Hey, y'all.
Hey, we up in here. You know what I'm saying? Episode 43, Act Like You Know. It's been it's been a wonderful week, man. You know what I'm saying? We welcome back Rajim to the show. You know what I'm saying? He had to take a little hiatus and whatnot, little health deal, but he's back.
You know what I'm saying?
Stronger than ever.
You know what I'm saying? Drinking milk, putting them on.
You know what I'm saying? He got that roids. You know what I'm saying, You got them roids, you know what I'm saying?
I got it together.
Yeah, he had to get his back straight, you know.
You know what I'm saying? So, Roz, man. So, how's your week doing, man? How you been?
Hey, man, it's been busy, man. You know, I be hustling, Mr. Make It Happen all day, and it's like I got so many things going on. It's crazy, man. It's crazy, man. But my brother-in-law was in town. You know, kind of entertain him for the week. You know, he had to come down and see his great niece, you know, my granddaughter. So he was happy about that, you know. So we had a good time. Yeah,
that's dope. That's dope. Mr. Make It Happen out here doing things, and the perspective, man. Give us some perspective on what happened in your week, Miss Lady.
Oh my goodness, it's been one for the records. Like my damn work been starting extra early. You know, like I said, the region I support, so I'm getting up I'm having meetings at 4 a.m., 5 a.m. So you know, yes, and then got to get off of work. I'm packing because I'm moving cities. Like, still got running around to do. Still got stuff to do. Just got back into the city this morning. Had all of 5 hours to myself, and I got to go, you know, prep for work. So it's like it's never ending, but it's going to come to a slowdown. Like, you know, 92 more days. I'm gonna be in Italy, and this ain't even gonna matter.
Hey, there you go. There you go. Get you some some pasta and some real pizza.
I think 92.
92 days.
92.
I don't know what month is that. I don't know.
Hey, niggas don't know math. Niggas don't know math. You know what I'm saying?
June.
I'm 73 months.
Nope.
My baby's 73 months old. Like what?
He said
June.
He said I make t-shirts and make blow-up slides. Like I don't know.
You know what I'm saying? It's like I'm an engineer, but damn, can you break it down for me?
Lord, yes, I cannot wait. I'm June 3rd through the 19th. I will be in Italy.
Hey, doing big things, you know what I'm saying? Bring back some models. You gotta get that good line out.
Just so I feel, but I'm gonna announce this right now too. May 15th.
Engineer, huh?
I gotta check.
Don't
I'm going on the cruise. I'm going on the week cruise. You know what I'm saying? 6 days to Belize, Costa Maya, and Cozumel. You know what I'm saying?
All right,
then.
I'm leaving. May 6th, I'm leaving. I'm tripping.
All right, everybody trying to big up one another. Guess what? Hey, y'all, I ain't going nowhere. So, you know what I'm saying? I ain't doing nothing. So take that. You know, I'm gonna be here and for all y'all out there while they on vacation. I'm gonna still podding. I'm gonna giving you that podcast. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna be here for you.
But you know, it's been a long time. It's really been a long time. My last vacation was like 5-6 years ago, and I worked 2 jobs. I've been nonstop, and I got something else in cooking. I got something else cooking. I got a couple of pots on right now, so I gotta get it together. Gotta get it together because this will be the best vacation for like 5 or 6 years. So
got you. Doing things out there, you know. For myself, last week was pretty good. Got a little emotional and whatnot. Went out to see my son graduate from basic training, so that was dope. You know what I'm saying? He's Air Force.
I saw the tears in your eyes.
He's an airman now. Yeah, you know. So it's gotta see him. You know, first time we've been away from him for that amount of time. So it was nice, and it was just nice to get letters from him saying that he missed us. You know what I'm saying? It was cool. You know what I'm saying? So it was like, all right. So it was nice to go out there. We had a good time. He got to chill with us for a little bit before he went to his technical school. So we went to the movies, got him some some of his favorite food and stuff like that while we hung out together. And got a good time, and then saw the ceremony on that side. So it was a good time. Family was out there. My mom came. My dad was out there. Of course, his sister and sister's boyfriend and one of their friends came out there to support him. So he had a nice little had a nice little gaggle to come out and support, but it was kind of weird. It was kind of weird, right? So you know, what I'm saying, we got there the first night, right? You know, we rented it. We got a little Sorrento, you know, to carry everybody. My daughter and her boyfriend and their friend, they go out here and get a little. They do the Torrid, you know, the Torrid rental car joint.
Mm-hmm.
So they get out there and they get a Challenger Scat Pack, right? You know what I'm saying? They out there want to have a little muscle with it, right? So we get to the hotel, you know, feeling boom, get to the hotel. We gonna go hit the base the next day. We come outside, that mug gone. That mug is gone, though. Like it was like them mug in San Antonio, they don't play, man. That mug was we had that car for less than 18 hours. That mug was gone, dog. Like they gone. So we sitting there like, yo, what the hell? We kind of like this is crazy. You know what I'm saying? That's my question. So I mean, it's I don't know. I didn't rent it. I know the car that I had was a regular ass car. And we had the insurance. Ain't nobody trying to steal no Sorrento. You know what I'm saying? So it was like, it was cool, right? So then we're like, all right, so they had to stay back, wait for police, all that good stuff. We jump in the ride, goes to the base. We end up getting a call later, like my daughter's checking in, like, yo, what's going on with it? They find the car in 2 hours. I said that was the quickest stolen and found car ever. Right? Yeah, like so, but these are like this is a personal, like the Torrid thing is right. So the dude happened to have 2 trackers on his car. So the person that stole it was trying to get 1 tracker off, but didn't know they had the 2nd tracker. Yeah, police they end up finding the car in 2 hours. Smart, that's how you protect your investment. So he ended up. So he ended up. They ended up too. So he's like, man, yeah. It was kind of crazy. So they ended up impounding the ride and everything. They didn't have anything else in the car. Like one of their friends had like a bag or something in the car, so it was like a Coach bag or something. It got took. But besides that, the car didn't have no damage, nothing. They just found it as right as it could be. You know what I'm saying? So then, of course, we go through the whole deal, see the see the ceremony and all that stuff, and then we at the airport. We in Austin. Going to the airport, we sitting there chilling, and my daughter sends me a picture like, "Yo, I think what's the name like Simu Liu, right?" So if you Marvel fans at all, like I'm a Marvel fan, so Shang-Chi, you ever seen that movie? The lead actor from that movie was in the airport. He just he's like sitting there, nobody in there because it's all like obviously not movie fans are just sitting there, just like whatever. He went and got him some pizza. He just sitting. Is like got his back turned so he's out the window. So if you were walking past, you weren't gonna really see him, only if you saw from the side. But my daughter is like wigging, right? She's like, should we go like ask him or whatever? And I'm like, all right, well, we can, whenever you want to or whatever. So we kind of wait until he gets done eating. And then it's like, then we was on American, they were like getting ready to call boarding, right? So being military, I get priority 1. So freaking my wife gets up, my daughter gets up, they head that way. So they walk in, boom, boom, boom. They get over there, they start calling priority 1. So he gets up and they're like, hey, we take the picture, whatever. He was really cool. He was like, yeah, take the picture. So they started taking the picture. I'm not in the picture, right? So I'm putting my backpack on and I was like, hey, hold up, let me get in there. So I just run over there and I straight like photobomb the picture. Like, so it's like they take one and then you see me in the next one. It's just my head. I look like a floating head that's just up in there. And dude, I was like, you sitting there. So wait a minute, let me ask something. Is that the picture that you posted on Facebook? Yeah, that dude. Oh, I thought that was a dollar boyfriend. My bad. No, that dude. Well, I mean, hey,
you are.
Look, we had that dough though. We had that dough. Like, I wasn't hating. I'm like, okay.
First of all, I'm still not comfortable with Nelly Belly having a boyfriend. She's still 2 in my mind, so I'm like, I'm not comfortable with it.
In my head. Hey, yes. You don't think that be in my head, but there's only so much you can do.
I know.
This is what broke my heart.
You she's about to be 24 years old.
No, she not. Stop saying that out
So she got
loud.
to be 24 years old. So I'm like, hey,
Stop
they ain't
saying
much
that out
I can
loud.
do.
I can't take it.
Hey, you remember? Look, I remember this when I went back to the States, and I was talking to y'all on the phone, and then she got on the phone. She said, "Huey, I had a birthday. You didn't even come. It broke my heart. It broke my heart." I was like,
Yeah,
you didn't even come. I was
yeah,
like,
you wasn't even there, dog.
Yeah,
Like,
I'm like,
yep,
man,
You missed the whole
baby
thing.
girl.
You missed the whole thing. I'm like, oh my God.
Yep. So that's my baby girl.
I was like, man, she broke my heart.
Yeah, that's my baby
man,
girl.
that's
So
crazy.
it's good stuff
snap.
out here, man.
What's today's date? Oh, I got 2 more days.
Ooh, look, I was like, man, you scared me. It's like you scared me on that one, but we gonna keep it moving now. You know what I'm saying? I had to finish making up my
Let's roll.
Drink of the day. So what's the drink of the day? That's brought to you by my mint ketchup get a day t-shirt that I got made. You know what I'm saying? So checking it out.
Let's
my
go.
Little t-shirt for the show. You know what I'm saying?
I ain't got a mint podcast. That mint ketchup podcast. It's okay.
And I got the damn way to do it. I got
Look, hey, you making workout gear. I had to get something for the show. So you know what I mean? I got the drink of the day, you know what I'm saying? That's my favorite.
No, because I'm actually making other stuff right now. I gotta make Aaliyah stuff too. So yeah, so I'm making other stuff.
So right now I just put some Bacardi. I got a little was it strawberry lemonade vodka, pineapple, cranberry juice, and I got some strawberries in there. And I just mix it together and we gonna see what it tastes like. So I'm feeling like happy to be back home.
That's a lot.
And it tastes pretty good.
But that's a lot, but okay.
It's a big glass, you know what I mean? It's a big glass. I only need one. It'll get me through the show. I'm straight, you know what I mean? So Roz, man, what you got, man? I heard you living rich over there.
Yeah, man. I'm like, I feel like I'm celebrating the $750 million that Jay-Z made off this Duce. You know what I'm saying? I actually like the bottle because you know the fact that I'm gonna use it for something. I'm gonna put an image in it or something. Hold on. So I'm sipping on that Duce on the rocks. You know what I'm saying?
All right.
I'm proud of you.
On Stella Rose earlier. Thank you very much.
I'm so proud of you. I mean, I can yeah. I'm with you with the Duce on the rocks, but that Stella Rosa don't ever tell nobody else that. Don't tell nobody else you drink that. Now don't do that. Don't do that.
I'm still gangster.
All right, so Mr. Detective, you know what I'm saying? You let us know before the pod that you just you've been working, so you had to just hydrate.
It's time to hydrate, homie.
Just hydrate.
That party between partying all last week, and I mean all last week. Like I went out on 2 school nights last week. Ooh, baby.
That's tough right there.
Yeah. And I mean, I ain't trying to have no broke down liver when I'm, in the next year or two. I'm saving that for my, Italy trip there. So I got the
we just had the podcast, you know what I'm saying? Our guest was making fun of our drinking. He was all about that life, you know what I mean? So hey, we trying to make sure we stay up on it. You know what I mean?
Us like 2-3 times we was alcoholic.
He was like, I don't mind that y'all do it. I used to do a thing, but now I'm cleansed. And I
I'm about look, I ain't mad at him because I'm about to be on that journey here myself. Today is water. This rest of the week will be it's a raw vegetable diet, and I'm just like, woo.
Hey, shout out to Jonathan Spencer and the 7 Circle podcast out there. He was our guest last week, man. You had good knowledge, man. It made you think. Makes you think about it. Got to get the body right. You know what I'm saying? Got to get the body right. So it was all good. It was all
made
good.
You fully aware of all the fried chicken you've been eating. So
don't be on it. You know. So, but that's our drink of the day, everybody. So, hey, throw some Bacardi together, a little vodka, pineapple, some cranberry, and some strawberries, and get you a little taste of the tropics. You know what I'm saying? That's how I'm doing it right now. We got Rich Boy over there with the Duce doing big things, and we got the perspective down here, giving us perspective, saying hydrated, y'all. Stop being out here acting foolish and get hydrated.
Oh yeah, I think because tomorrow morning I'm gonna be the same way. I'm gonna be in the gym representing. You know what I'm saying? For the 9-7.
I'll be in the gym tonight.
For the 9-7?
Jigging that for the 9-7. It's been a 9-7
That's
for a long time.
That's a while. Yeah, that's a while ago.
Woo.
Yeah, my son was born 9-7. The 9-7. That was a good
we
year.
gonna keep it pushing. Cheers to everybody out there. Make sure that you check us out on all the platforms. Stream us on all the platforms. We're out there everywhere at Mint Ketchup on YouTube. Mint Ketchup. I just got the Twitter for Mint Ketchup, so it's Mint Ketchup Pod on Twitter, so you can get us at that boy. You know what I'm saying? Check us out. We all over the place. Check out Mint Ketchup. We be out there. Yeah, we be out there. We be out there. It's scrolling. It's scrolling. You look at the bottom of the screen. It's scrolling. There's stuff on there. You know what I mean? So
y'all work here. I need to talk to management.
It's like we keep it pushing. We got the news of the week out here. News of the week for episode 43. First up on the list, we got labels liability. Jadakiss believes that record labels should be held more accountable for the violent lyrics rappers consistently insert in their music. And this is a quote from Jadakiss. Record labels are being successful off nonsense. Somebody went out, did something stupid, recorded a song about it, and was able to get a lot of streams, and that became a thing with the whole drill scene. They actually go out, getting active and doing stuff, and then going into the studio and making a song about what they just did. That should get nipped in the bud as soon as it got created. So talk to me right now. We got one of the vets. We got one of the most lyricals, you know what I'm saying, in the game, talking about, hey, these things should be getting nipped in the bud from the giddy up, based on they going out here and actually actively doing things pretty much to create content. And from my point of view, I think there's a lot of rappers that get out there and do that. They might not do it in that manner, but you got a lot of rappers that go. I look at it like this: most of the reason rappers fall off is because they get a conscious and they start to live differently, right? And then the information they have is not the information that can really get the party jumping, right? Because they living in a different thing. They living in a different lane now. Like, my kid go to private school. Like, I'm like, they chilling. The house is nice. And like, either you talking about money, or you ain't really. If you at the crib, happily married, chilling, going to soccer games, like they ain't nothing to rap about. Like, there ain't no.
The thing is, here's the thing. Would you listen to would Jadakiss now listen? Would Jadakiss at what he come out? Let's just say 21, 22. Would Jadakiss at 22 listen to Jadakiss now? No. And taking it a step further, you're right. Your lifestyle becomes different because the things you rapped about that got you put on, you no longer live that life. You did the rapping to pull yourself out of that life. So right. Who are you to tell people, to tell anybody, no, that ain't it? Because you know better now. You now realize that there's another way to go about doing it. You now have but see, where you was at 22, you don't have the same access to things that you do now. So you can't come in there talking about, they can't do. No, don't get me wrong. I ain't talking about shit. The things that they do in drill music.
Well, that's what he was mainly talking about. Drill.
But you can't. But then you got, was it plausible deniability? Because you have the freedom of speech. Record labels like, I know they went out and did it until it came up on the news. I'm just trying to make some money. Because America will honor enterprise or business before it gets all into the muddy waters of whether or not the record labels. Now, the record labels told them to go do it and rap about it. Then you got, you got a leg to stand on. But like, sir, I'm just charging these people however many dollars an hour to be in this damn studio rapping about whatever I don't even know their music. I'm just a businessman, providing a platform. So
right. So Roz, man, what do you think of that perspective now, Jadakiss? I mean, I know that some of the, especially we talk about the time frame that we kind of enjoy. it was more of a telling of the story of things they went through, not necessarily of what they're doing at this moment. I feel like now, we talk about now more of the music that they're doing now is stuff that they're doing at the moment. Like, yo, get on these drugs. Oh, I'm out here shooting motherfuckers. Like that stuff is like stuff that they like go do that compared to, hey, I experienced this and that's not the way to go. Even, what I'm saying, even with like Ice Cube stuff and like even some of the most aggressive rappers that we had, it wasn't I'm doing this. It was more things that I have witnessed or was the past. And this new music career was the thing, like Ali was saying, is to get out. So what do you think?
I think like this. Honestly, a lot of times in music, we rap about stuff or we sing about stuff that is not really a reality in our lives. All right, for example. So the opposite of that is now we rapping about stuff that we actually just did or blah, blah, blah. So I like this. Like, for example, there's a lot of gay men that sing, they, rap or what's whole time they messing with dudes, but they rapping, their entertainment is what their fans want to hear. Like there's a lot of gay dudes that you be like, oh shit, I didn't know you was gay. You know what I'm saying? But because you always rapping like Frank Ocean. I didn't know Frank Ocean gay for a long time, but because when he first came out, he was, what I'm saying, all his stuff music was about females.
I knew that on the first album.
You know what I'm saying?
Like that first album.
He said it.
but my point, I guess my point is this though. My point is that they, as a label, they have to weigh the odds there of the person that I'm invested in. If he went out and shot somebody yesterday and he rapping about it today, am I gonna lose this time?
It's an enterprise.
I think at some they be, man. Yeah. I'm saying you out here giving,
Did he go out?
Doing stupid stuff on live. You know what I'm saying? You talking about as an investment now, all of a sudden, you know what I'm saying, you're no longer, a profit to us. You know what I'm saying? So if it was me and it's my business, if it was Microfire and I signed somebody, I'm like, hey, bro, you know what I'm saying? I invested money in you, I invested studio time. You might want to chill out. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, I really feel these days kids don't have a buffer. A lot of not kids, but these young adults that's entertaining now, they don't have a buffer. They don't have anybody in between to tell them, hey man, this is the right way to go. This is the wrong way to go. They just want to make money. Like you can make millions off of it. Like she said, you can make millions off anything, and the money's out there. Like who wants to hear me rapping about me doing my taxes in opposed to hearing another person rapping about they just shot a dude in the face and took some mileage.
Hey,
look. Doing my damn taxes.
If you make the tax, and look, this is my thing. If you make the taxes fire, people will be like, they be like, damn, that dude made doing your taxes fire. You be like, what? This dude the greatest rapper in the world, dog. Like they be like,
block track ever, son.
Nah. He be like, fill it in on 22. Fill it in on 22. Race on 25. You don't know about this shit. You know what I'm saying? You be like, hey,
it's 1099.
It's 1099. You know what I'm saying?
You can't know the 1099. Like, what the hell? Ain't nobody listen to that but soccer mom.
Hey, look, you be like
somebody principal, bitch.
Hey, you be like Jay-Z when he said, "Hey, I'm giving you $1 million worth of game for 10 cents." Like you giving the game, people can't. You be like, "Yo, I'm giving it to you." That's how you work that. I give you that Donald Trump tax, the way they Donald Trump do taxes, right about that.
Okay.
And you like say that money, like, oh, you be like, damn. They be like, that's
fine. They don't know nothing about taxes. They gonna
probably
like,
not.
What is that?
Well, hey, but also another example. I just saw this thing and I saw this deal in Florida. You got a Florida rapper just got arrested for murder after bragging about it in his music video. So you got somebody that got arrested, meaning like I don't know if it was obviously they had to have some type of maybe evidence. I don't know, but if you brag about it in your rap video and then you get arrested, you like, come on. It's wild.
Let me ask you
wild
this.
Out here.
Let me ask you this. And Aaliyah, I'm gonna ask you this because I feel like you. No offense, hey, but I feel like you'll understand this better. You ever met an OG that went out in public and told them they damn self about anything? Any
Boom.
OG, I'm talking about
That
dope boy
part.
or whatever. Do you
Nope.
have you met
Never.
anybody to go out there and say
Nope.
tell them this? You know what I'm saying? That's not
Never.
smoking shit. You know what I'm saying? Real talk, like who does
They
this type of shit?
will,
You know what I'm
right.
saying? And if you
tell,
yeah.
I'm gonna let you think what you want to think. I'm gonna let the cops think what they want to think. I'm gonna let the feds think what they want to think. If you ain't got no evidence,
true.
I don't know what the hell you talking about.
True.
So
the situation is, why are some of these people getting like caught up?
Because here's the thing. Not
that's what I'm saying. Like they idiots.
Here's the thing. We live in an age of social media, and unfortunately, in social media, we have access to a whole lot more things, a whole lot more people, the whole 9 yards. We also live in an era where media is sensationalism sells, and if it's no drama, if it's no back and forth, if it's no, we constantly be. That's why the Real Housewife of Pick a Damn City is ongoing, where you always see. It seems to me they pick the worst of the worst. I ain't gonna say it like that. They seem to pick They seem to pick the people whose chemistry is constant.
Right. It's
constant
editing.
Strife.
They got the good editors.
Right. About to say, so when you get if that's what because that's what's selling. We know that if this person don't like this person, and it goes out of control until somebody leaves the show, we're going to get millions of viewers who are looking for a fight, who are looking for them cut each other down. So the thing with social media is you now have children saying, oh, well, so-and-so got 2 million views for doing this, so I'm trying to get 3 million. And now they monetize that. Do you know you can sit up there and remember not too long ago, they was posting fights and unaliving folks on, on social media. And I'm like, why is this even floating out there? It should have been shut down, but they didn't. They didn't. But let you get on here and say anything about any one type of group, and it's a problem. Let you get on here and you start talking about you doing a business or anything like that. They shadow ban you and shut your business accounts down. But you can be out here literally doing what you're doing and nothing.
See, but then I look at also, man, people fall into it because you look at another example of being out here making wrong decisions, and you've already done everything right. So an example right now is Ja Morant. Everybody know Ja Morant, point guard for the Memphis Grizzlies. So my man grew up with both parents, went to private school, went to college, played ball for 4 years, like drafted. No reason for him to be out there wilding. But my man is now got a little track record in the NBA. He recorded himself on IG toting the gun around and things of that. He recorded himself, not that he got caught. He recorded himself like, yo, this is my boom, boom, boom. Like, and prior to that, he had a situation where allegedly that he like tried to punch a 17-year-old after playing a pickup basketball game with him. Him and his entourage flashed a gun with a laser beam at the Indiana Pacers after a basketball game at their bus. And allegedly, supposedly his mom went up to Foot Locker and wasn't getting something her way. So she called Ja to come up there. He comes up there and freaking like ransacks and caused all type of problems with the employee at Foot Locker. So these things are alleged. The IG with him, the gun is on his IG live. He did himself. So now people start tying these things together. So the allegedly becomes he probably did, all those other things. And that is a person that grew up like me. in the suburbs. And
Because
like, you know what I'm saying? Like,
how
this
you
has become
gangster in
a
the
deal.
suburbs?
That's what I'm saying. Like, people up here going like, hey, I want to be, or I need
You know,
to, or whatever. You know, it's kind of wild. Like, why are they going down this pathway?
it ain't nothing more irritating than the fake ass gangsters. Everybody want to be hard. Everybody want to be thugs and shit like that. And it's like it's nothing more irritating than fake ass gangsters. That shit for real niggas. That shit is gay. That shit is gay as shit. It's like real talk. Like I don't know. It just make you want to bust their shit. Like niggas, shut the fuck. Like, you know what I'm saying? It's like you're not about that life. So shut the fuck up. It's like everybody that gangster to some gangster shit. Pretty much. You know what I'm saying? I don't watch. Hey, you know, for example, being when I was in Afghanistan, we taking fire. All these wannabe thugs, all these cats that thought they was so thugged out, we taking fire. I'm talking about shots coming in, boom, 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 boom. I'm watching cats lay on the ground. You know what I'm saying? Roll on their bed, all kind of. I'm like, dude, you was thugged out a minute ago. Like, how you was a thug a minute ago? But real bullets start flying, you don't know what to do. You know what I'm saying? And that's how these cats is these days, and it's so irritating to watch it. You know what I'm saying? Because a lot of times, make me want to bust their shit. Like, nigga, it pisses me off now. Honestly, but still, what I'm saying to you is, it's like when you see that type of crap, man, it's just like, that's for real, bro. It's not.
It's
like,
different. You know what I'm
you're
saying?
not
Stay in
that
your
life.
lane.
It's folks like, and the crazy
Don't
thing
portray
is,
that like you about that life.
it goes back to what you were saying. Like, you know, you got folks who they get out there and they acting that way for their friends or whomever it is that they're trying to impress. I can assure you, ain't there are not a lot of women who are impressed by that whole scenario. And those who are, they see this, you know, this fat. And that's let me make the distinguishment. There are not many women who are satisfied because it's unsustainable. It's unsustainable. So now I have to raise your kids by myself because you in jail or dead. You know, you out here doing the most, and it's just like that mean me or my children not safe at any given time.
Yeah,
I'm like, it's too much. It's too much.
Yeah.
Too much.
They spend more time trying to impress other dudes. That ain't trying to impress females. They're trying to impress other dudes. It's like they too busy trying to impress each other.
Funny that you say
it's
that.
so funny.
Funny that you say that. It's because I never understood that whole thing about I want to keep going back to jail. Like, sir, it's okay to be out of the closet, out of jail.
That's a special type of human being, man.
It's like you do stuff to go back to jail just to be like, I've been in jail 7 times. What you keep going back there for? What you like about it? What you like about it to keep going back?
Yeah, that's a whole different conversation. You know what I mean?
What you
that's
like
a whole different conversation.
Put it on the list for like
really are when you in jail.
Yeah, that's a different conversation right there. We, you know what I'm saying, we can breach that on another show, but that's a whole different conversation. You know what I mean? So, but we're gonna keep it rolling right now. You know, we got another big feud. You know, we talk about Real Housewives and all that stuff, beef, and guess what? We gonna put some beef up here. You know what I'm saying? We got Rock versus Will Smith. Chris Rock had the first live stand-up on Netflix. Will Smith came out. He ain't been out here in a while. You know what I'm saying? Will Smith had a first speech at the African American Film Critics Awards. So Rock, he stated the other day that he watched Emancipation, Will Smith's newer movie on Apple TV, just so he could watch him get whipped. One of the quips that he put in there. And then, Will Smith, he trying to come back into the spotlight with this movie, Emancipation. He's supposedly going to be coming with the Bad Boys 4 and a sequel for I Am Legend with Michael B. Jordan. So did any of you get to watch Chris Rock stand up that came out yesterday?
I don't watch television.
Didn't get to see it. All right. Well, Chris has some interesting things to say.
I heard it was something to watch, but yeah, I'm like,
he had some interesting things to say. It wasn't a situation where it was a full hour or anything like that talking about the Will Smith situation, but at the I guess supposedly at the end of it, he went in there for about the final few minutes of the stand up. he really kind of got into talking about how it still hurts. He got saying he got smacked by Serge Smith, and it still hurts. And saying that he has summertime ringing in his ears. He doesn't want to play the victim role. He's not going to be on Oprah or with Gail crying or anything like that. And he took it like a champ. You know what I mean? Like Manny Pacquiao or whatnot. So he said he feels like a lot of the stuff was not aimed at him. So it was a situation of anger that he previously had, and it got lashed out on him from other things that were going on in Will's life.
Because it was August, so yeah.
So and that's what he talked about. He was like, "Hey, he got the entanglement pain that Will was feeling." You know what I'm saying? So he took the brunt of the entanglement pain that Will was feeling, because he was like, he said everybody. He's like everybody. Let me finish what he's saying. Let me finish what he said. He said everybody has had a situation, either boyfriend, girlfriend, or whatever, that's got cheated on, but none of them has sat down and had an interview with the person that cheated with them on national TV. And he was like, that's a whole nother level of disrespect. And he was like, what I said about his wife and him was nothing compared to what Jada did to Will. You know what I'm saying? So he was just like, hey, that was on him, and he's taking it. So talk to me, Roz, man. What do you think about this whole situation?
So first of all, I think it's funny that the same dude she cheated with is now gay. So that kind of throws it off. That kind of mean. Look, I've heard little things. We're usually talking about. I heard little things that it wasn't just like one, but both of them.
It wasn't.
That's
what it's like. I heard that it was both of them. So I was like, wow.
I would say that it was his son.
I know nothing, but that's what I heard.
His son is on the other side of the fence too. So I don't know, man. You know what I'm saying? Because his son was messing with Tyler the Creator. But anyway, that's neither.
Are you sure?
I think shit's funny though.
Because Tyler the Creator said that ain't my man. So
yeah.
He still was smashing. Well,
I don't know that. Look, I don't know that. You got inside information. Like, I don't know that, but it's I mean, like,
about to check my fish.
Like, do you think that Chris Rock has the upper hand because he can consistently, his job is to make jokes. That's his job. Like, Will Smith's job is not to make. He can't I'm gonna come out with a movie that's all about slapping the shit out of you. He can't do that. Chris Rock can forever talk shit about Will Smith, like, and get paid for it. Like, which is like he can I can keep getting jokes and getting money for joking on you for the rest of my life. At least for 10 years, he can show back up at the Oscars.
Unless Will slap him again.
You gotta find him. Now he can run. He was stuck on stage at that time. He was like, hey, I'm out. But look, Chris also said in that same run of talking about the entanglement was the thing that it caused the pain. He said, why would Will Smith come up and try to beat up somebody he know he could beat up? Because Chris Rock didn't say, oh, he was super tough dude and he could take Will Smith. He was like, he know he could beat me up. So why would he go all out of the way for that? And jeopardize.
Because he knew who to slap. Like, I guarantee you.
So you saying Will Smith a bully?
Yeah, it was about 4 or 5 other people he wouldn't have slapped. He wouldn't have slapped. He wouldn't have slapped Dave Chappelle. He wouldn't have slapped Steve Harvey.
Especially since Dave been working out. Dave has some muscles.
Yeah, exactly. He wouldn't have slapped D. Ray Davis. He wouldn't have slapped Michael Epps. There's a lot of people he wouldn't have slapped.
He could have slapped Mike Epps. I don't know if Mike Epps can really fight. But
I feel like Mike Epps from Detroit or something like that. I feel like he could take him. I mean, that would be a fair fight. Equally fair.
Mike Epps is he's an indie boy. That's you know what I'm saying. He represents Indiana, man. He's from Indianapolis, so hey, that's how we get done. That's how we get down. We took him in Detroit. That's how the Pacers do. We get done.
I don't know about all that, but I mean,
trying to claim something.
All I can say is my whole thing with that is Unfortunately, yes, I do feel like Chris Rock was the recipient of a lot of his frustration, and a lot of his misguided anger. I do agree to that extent. You right. I do agree that Chris Rock will forever be making, jokes about it. I get it. I do feel like Will Smith, because like again, to be where he was then mentally, and to act out the way, like, you've never heard of Will Smith having no issues. Yeah, I mean, they have some things going on in their sex life that, okay, whatever. But you never heard of him having any issues, and prior to then, there's never been any problems. I do feel like they have long systemic issues in their marriage, but the business of marriage says we in this together for homie, or what they down for life, or whatever they say to each other at the table. But I get it. That at that point we got kids together, we got these businesses together, we got things going on that we just that are not easily separated. And you could be on the other side of the house or other side of the world, or making movies or doing whatever the hell you're doing. Now, I do feel like Chris Rock should be a little, when I say careful, I mean, like you said, it goes back to what Roz was saying. Don't wait till a year and some change after the fact. Now you talking shit like you really got your,
I mean, really, look, but he didn't say he
didn't.
He didn't say he was trying to knuckle up.
But when it's in you, I don't care who on that stage, who behind the stage, who back there, who in front. We got a problem right here that we need to solve. Now,
I feel you.
Ain't no refrain, ain't no restraint, ain't nobody gonna walk up to you and open palm you. And he from New York.
But the thing is like, look, he knew. I mean, look, I also look at it like, we talked about this before, like Chris Rock having the restraint to not do whatever, even if he knew he was gonna get beat up, to do whatever, knowing where he was at, knowing the locale, knowing like the situation, and knowing, guess what? If I don't do anything and I'm in this situation, because he slapped him, right? He ain't fall. He took the slap, continued with the show. Right. So now, you have some people like, oh man, he made a joke about blah, blah, blah. That's his job. He makes jokes. So that's his job. So him getting slapped, and you go like, dang, guess what? I would say a higher percentage of people was like, people in general was like, yo, Will Smith, he up out of here. I don't know how I don't know how Bad Boys 4 will come out. I don't know if people are going to be like, let's go see it. Like, I don't know. Like, support. I don't know. And we'll find out. It'll just be like, the movie came out. We'll find out. But it's going to be interesting to see how long this situation lasts and if it affects Will Smith on his movies that come out. Go ahead, Ross.
No, that's bullshit. So I'm gonna be like this: a real nigga. Excuse my language. A real person. Will Smith would have called. He would have been on the set. His ass would have been on the set of I Am Legend. I would have called his ass slipping. I ain't gonna lie to you. I like, ain't no way in hell you could slap me.
But you catching them later though.
But you catching them later. It don't matter. I'd have called it. No, it would have been that night. Something he would have got. Look, it wouldn't have been.
But look. I know you. But the thing is that even in that situation, you are thinking no different than Chris Rock is thinking. You would have said, "Oh, you got me out here. I'm going to get you, but I'm not gonna do it right here." So you're still looking out for making that dough. Because if you caught him and there's no video, guess what? And people go like, "Ooh, we must have got him," and you just go, "Hey, he got him," and you're like, "Damn, that's crazy." And you saw Will Smith with the black eyes later on, and you'll be like, "Oh, they done got him," but there ain't no video, and you still good. Like people still be like,
"Wasn't me?"
Yeah,
like, walked into a wall. He fell in the
Hey, I got one word for you. Goons. I got money. Somebody that get them. You know what I'm saying? Like somebody that get them. I got money. Okay, cool.
But the problem with that,
it's traceable.
He wouldn't have parted that night.
It's traceable. It's traceable.
And they won't tell it.
And you don't know how far that goon will go. So if that person ends up way further than you thought, now you stuck. Yes, you would. It's like, yes, you would. You in that sale, you like, dang, this wasn't worth it.
Don't try to make me look. Don't try to make me into something I'm not. Don't try to make me into something I'm not. You know me for a long time.
Hey, I'm just the warning label. Hey, I'm just the warning label on the bottom, just to make sure. Like, hey,
he would have been like, I'm legend shit. That shit would reign true. He would have been a legend for.
I would have just been cracking jokes all night because I'm like, you would already smacked me. I'm gonna talk about your little bald head wipe the whole night.
So we gonna keep it moving right now. So we got one of the legends that came out with her first single. Looks like she's gonna be coming out with an album here soon. We got Red Ruby, the Sleaze. Nicki Minaj came out with a new one. I ain't know if y'all checked it out. I did check it out. She was spitting that fire. She said she got the Ghost Riders across the world scrambling. You know what I'm saying? Saying, hey, all y'all ladies out there that think y'all can pin something, y'all better freaking get y'all stuff together. So, I mean, the song was pretty good. She got a nice sample that goes along with it. Don't know if y'all heard it or not. But it also being Ladies History Month, I wanted to find out, what's your top 5 female rappers right now? You know what I'm saying? What's your top 5 female rappers right now? Because Nicki Minaj, she said, I'm back in the game. I'm back here. I'm here to give it to y'all. You know what I'm saying? So talk to me, man. What? Yeah, like right now, because we can't go all time, but I'm gonna say like right now, like because Nicki Minaj is coming out with music right now. So who she's competing with are the people that's right now. So talk to me, Raj.
In order?
Nah, just give me 5. Give me your top 5 that you say, hey, I'm gonna listen to them.
All right, so
on that joint.
Give you 5?
5, 4, 3, 2, or 1. I don't like just you know what I'm saying. Give me a little list.
Why is it all these questions, sir? Just answer the question.
I'm giving to you. I'm answering the question. He's still talking. I said Meg Thee Stallion, Cardi, Coi Leray, Glorilla, and give me one more. Shit, I don't got no more.
Wow.
It's a lot of these little chicks out because I don't listen to a lot of female rappers though, so there's a lot of ratchet stuff going on. My significant other does, she does. But what's you know what? I know Lotto. What's no Big Lotto?
All right, Lotto, Big Lotto. What you got for us? Perspective. Give us
I
that
do.
female.
I'm about to say I'm agreeing with the Megan Thee Stallion. I'm agreeing with Cardi B, my girls. I do like Big Lotto on that one too. Coi Leray, I gotta listen to some more of her music. You know, I'm not real. I'm not too comfortable with that one. I do like Nicki Minaj music, so I put her up there. And for right now, that's all I got. I don't, because outside of that, there's not many people I listen to outside of that.
Right.
Females. There's another girl, I can't think of her name. I heard a couple of her tracks, but I don't. But that's because it comes on the stream. You know, you streaming music and you be like, oh, that's a good one, but I don't know her name. You know, don't know her name, don't know nothing about her music. Just know that I hit the like button on that one song that I heard. So we'll see. But as it stands, you know, hey, right, it's easy to be the big fish in the little pond. I will say that.
That is easy.
Easy to be the big fish in the little pond. But it is also hard when, like you said, if there is no competition and the there's really no competition for her other than Meg Thee Stallion and Cardi B. You know what I mean? I wouldn't put her as my number 1, but definitely, you know, on the list, you know, because I am a fan of her music. Now, when you start venturing out into other things, like, I get it. You're in an industry that is male dominated. You're in an industry that does cater to the males of whatever it is that they're trying to do. I like them 3 because they don't just rap about, and this is why I love Cardi. She don't just rap about her anatomy and what she can do, you know what I mean, if you will. There's other things that she raps about that puts her in that whole I can be out here with the big boys and still make them look stupid, basically. Because a lot of those raps, I'm like, you put that on the track with them, like, okay, but if that's what we going with, you know. I don't know. I would love to see it. I would love to see, you know, where there is an equal amount of support from these companies to their female artists as well as their male artists, because I think a lot more female artists will come out where they're not having to, you know, do things like they talking about Krishan, was it Krishan Rock is her name? Krishan Blueface girlfriend.
Krishan Rock.
Yeah, she's supposed to have music or, you know, got, you know, stuff coming out. I've never heard not near lyric from her, but from what he was going on saying on Instagram, saying she's sleeping with people to do stuff. But that's what I'm saying. Like, this is what she said, what he's saying, and I'm like, I shouldn't have to do those things if I want to break it. Which goes back into also what you have to do to get in this industry, because
yeah, it's one of those things. It's kind of you know, as a female artist right now, like I agree with you guys that top three. There's a couple other, like when we were doing the music every week, there was some female artists that I found. I was like, damn, they spit. You know, I would say if Young M.A. came out with something right now, I would put her on the list. Because Young M.A. can spit, man. Like she spit. Like Young M.A. spit. Like she could hang with dudes spit. Like there's things like you go like Cardi B, you be like, okay, that's Cardi B, and you be like, oh, that's Nicki Minaj, and she'll be on a track with Drake and them. But Young M.A. will outspit Drake. Like you be like, oh, she hit that fire. You be like, she got joints that you be like, because it's not as popular. But you look, you're talking about song making. You said song making. That means like you're talking about song making, but we talking about penning. Like, so you talking about like, okay, well, as of
what I'm saying, but you like you saying, but that, I hear what you're saying. But I'm just saying, like Young M.A. on that she don't put out a lot of stuff either.
That's what I'm saying. If she has something right now,
because I can spit fire. I can write right now. Okay, listen, but listen what I'm saying. All I'm saying to you is that she was hot when she came out. Okay, she's more like a one-hit wonder type to me right now, because she does do freestyle stuff every now and then. She really not putting out nothing that's hot right now, though. You know what I'm saying? That's when
she's not putting out anything.
If you name a song in the last 5 years, that's what I'm saying. But I'm saying she's not sustainable. It's not sustainable. It's like anybody can spit some hot fire.
But see, Raj, that goes back to what I was just saying. That goes back to what I just said. She don't have the support. She does not have the support to put out more music, to do other things. You're not lending out, and then and then don't get me wrong. I'm not making this about an intelligence thing, but I'm telling you, women will actually think about their record deals than men would, because men like, oh, I gotta do this, I gotta get on, I gotta do all of this, and y'all get stuck in these contracts. Well, women are just more like, what is this, what am I doing? Because the risk is greater for us than it is for you. If you have a hit and you fall off, you go do something else, that's cool. I have a hit, I fall off, I'm never getting that. I'm never getting back on. I'm never getting that support. I'm not getting no features. I'm not going to be featured on anybody. I'm not going to be nothing without that. So I think, you know, again, Young M.A., it's not just about, she's the one.
I'm looking at
like that. She ain't got. I don't have, you know what I'm saying? I don't have the support. I can't get studio time.
That's not a ton of you know what I'm saying?
Lesbian
male spitters. You know what I'm saying? Like that type of position isn't promoted compared to a Cardi B or Nicki Minaj. And I mean, we know what they look like in their videos. Young M.A. don't look like that.
What I'm trying to make.
And she don't want to rap about. And she don't want to rap about her personal stuff.
Go ahead.
No, as fire as she is, she should, like I said, she should be up there, like he said. And so the question is, does the industry see her as a male rapper or a female rapper? Because she's still fire. Don't get me wrong. But what I'm saying to you is, first of all, she's not putting out much music. You know what I'm saying? And so does the industry see her as a male rapper or a female rapper? You know what I'm saying? And like a lot of times, like this industry these days, it ain't like back in the day. You had But no, listen, it's not like back in the day you had to sign to a label. You don't have to sign to a label to put out music these days.
Right.
There's so many underground rappers right now that sign. That's like they're not signed to labels, but they put out music and they making money. You still got to put out music whether you got a label or not. You know what I'm saying? And there's a lot of mixtapes that's straight hot. You know what I'm saying? So that's my point. It's like put out music. Like I like the man. I'm waiting for music.
But it's one of those situations that also, and the thing is the reason that I found more female rappers, and I actually got, on my platform that I stream stuff, the reason that I've got more female rappers that album wise that I've actually got into is because I've done the deep dive when we were doing music that was coming out. Now we do it once a month. Before we was doing it, every week. And that music would come out and I'm listening to it. I'm sitting there listening to all these albums. I'm like, yo, there are some fire. That's why I found more albums that were more like stuff in the 90s. Stuff like that was like more like Tribe Called Quest. Because there's rappers out there. They just don't get pushed. So there's a lot of independent artists that are putting out stuff, but they're just not getting pushed because they're not good as of a product to sell. Like Drake is a product to sell. Like that's just like buying a Ford, a Tesla, whatever.
They don't play a game like the rest of them do.
Like
and
everybody's trying to get that. They trying to get that money. You know what I'm saying?
There's a young girl out of Philly too. Is a young girl out of Philly. That was her. I don't know her name, but I do know that that's the region that she's from. I never even heard of her. I wound up because I'm greedy, so I follow a few folks who on Instagram. I was looking at a restaurant. They played her single or whatever music she had. That was, how they like when you're doing an Instagram reel, they got somebody's music playing. That's how I heard her music. But I was just like, I never even heard of this chick. Like, who is she? Where is she from? I thought she was a part of a group or something. But it goes back to what you said. It's not that it's not a marketable product. It's just that, and I'm getting back to my homeboy. It doesn't make me money to put you in a position to make you look stupid. Like if we are not looking like,
because I mean,
what's the little tap dancing jazz hands guy that they had going?
You talking about like the WB frog or whatever? What are you talking about?
Not the WB frog. It's not the WB frog. It was a way that they was portraying black people and
right. I got you.
Post-slavery. I can't think of it off the top of my head, but it's one of those things. If we're not,
blackface.
No,
I know what you're talking about.
Blackface.
It's the name of the person or character.
I forgot what it was.
You know what the word I'm trying to say.
Yeah.
But whatever that is, and it's just thank you, sir. It's that suburban education right there working for you. But it's just like if we are not some if we're not in some form of that, no, seriously, if we are not some form of that, it's like it's not a marketable product to these people who do own the money. Because like you said, you got people who really believe that was the girl that said shut up and play ball or something like that.
Shut up and dribble. Yeah, I got you.
And then it's the whole folks, Real Housewives of whatever. Again, pick a city. Then you got the one where they had the bag. Is it the bag where the people show up they get to the show so they can start fighting and stuff like that?
Yeah. Yep, I got you.
Do we? I know for a fact, but here we are. Huxtables got canceled. The world got canceled. You know what I mean? Like things that we actually are and things that we are actually aspire to be. You cancel all of those shows and you perpetuate the nonsense. And I'm like, y'all tune into that? Like maybe Jonathan on something. Shout out to Jonathan.
Yeah.
Shout out to Jonathan.
I think there's one artist like Lakia 47. I think that's how you say her name. Lakia 47. It was one of the albums that I threw into my run, and she has some fire. She got fire songs. It's rapper be doing the thing. Like so, there's people out there that's coming out with good songs. It's just them getting pushed as a female rappers because, particularly this artist, they're not laying down half naked on the front of their joint. Do you think now? This is my question: is Ice Spice a good rapper? I listen to her album. That joint was trash. But
he's trash.
Ice Spice.
I shouldn't say that. I didn't know that girl. And
I mean, I listened to the album and it wasn't agreeable to me. Compared to the other female rappers that are out there, I found better flow and music for my taste. But one reason she is getting a push is because of you look at the album cover, and she's just bent over spread. Like you get so there's things that people play on, no different than in rap. You play on the gangsterism. You play on I'm a thug. You play on that piece. A lot of the female rappers are also doing that type of situation. Is that, like you said, they're playing the game, and that's how they get shown. No different than what's the old girl name? Australian chick that now got OnlyFans. What's her name?
Iggy Azalea.
Iggy Azalea. She played on the same thing. Played on it. She was popping, and it was because now if Iggy Azalea came out like Young M.A. and did the same thing, they'd be like, nah. That's what it would have been. You know what I'm saying? So
because they already marketed her to look, to be, to think, to act, to feel a certain way. It was already put in your mind that she was going to be this. You know what I'm saying?
And she made money that way, and that's why now she has an OnlyFans, because guess what? She knows that making money that way is the way to do it in the industry, and that's unfortunate for women because we are in Women History Month. We celebrate women. You know what I mean?
I don't understand why, you just don't want to get a job. Because
wait, let me.
Go ahead, Ross.
Let me back up. I don't agree with shit y'all saying. First of all, if a female, of all,
we don't agree with that Stella Rosa, but here we are.
No, listen. Let me talk.
Okay,
I'm about to, you know what I'm saying? I'm about to call corporate. So, I feel like this. I don't feel like the females are being. There's not a gun to your head to say, "Hey, show your ass and make money," right?
Yes, it is.
If you got an OnlyFans page, you made your own OnlyFans page. All right. If you got an OnlyFans page, you made your OnlyFans page, right? You know that on your OnlyFans page, depending on what you're showing, you about to make millions of dollars. Why the hell am I gonna feel bad because you're subjected to showing your ass to make millions of dollars? Because now you got millions of dollars and I'm still up here hustling, trying to be Mr. Make It Happen. You know, so I don't feel like it's an issue. It's the oldest business in the world, first of all. You know what I'm saying? And I don't feel it's an issue at all. I don't feel like
I just don't think those two things are the same.
Say, hey, Aaliyah, I'm gonna put a gun in your head.
Nobody said that.
We're talking about OnlyFans. I'm talking about OnlyFans.
Well, I was using that as an example of, because she was brought up in the industry to be shown this type of image, that then when her music was not as popular, she reverted to that image to then continue making money, which is what some of those artists are doing. Instead of them going, she made money before OnlyFans. Now, I wouldn't say the money that she. I mean, obviously not enough.
She wasn't.
I looked at her work just recently. She's still multimillionaire, so it ain't like before OnlyFans. Yes, she was. She was still a millionaire.
She also made sure, I wouldn't say made sure, but she also has well-off baby daddies, 2 of those that she's getting paid by. So she could be living nicely without having to OnlyFans.
Look, she's still. So what? You still get about money.
Hey.
I'm just saying.
Hold up. Hey, look, the Pensacola boy out here, you know what I'm saying? He said he disagreed. Hold up, man. Come on now. He out there, he disagreed. But it's all good. Hey, Clex, we got you, man.
That's some. That's my dog too, and I don't agree with his ass. I'm just telling you, the feet made like if you can show your feet make millions, make your money.
Hey, you gotta do what you gotta do, man. About
you got billions, whatever. Paper, boo boo. All right, look, I'm saying,
spicy.
look, bro. Like, so it's funny because like all these dudes be acting like they ain't looking. Like, don't try to be all simple. Well, I feel like that's some bullshit. You look at ass all day. Like, as soon as you get a chance, you look at the ass when they walk by, whatever. It gets ass on my damn Instagram right now. I'm trying to scroll this shit. I'm gonna step on Instagram because I'm trying to be
They're like, yo. Hey man, you can turn it down. We friends, dog. You can turn it down.
I'm just saying, hey.
You trying to get last week's energy?
I mean,
if you making money out booty, boo boo, make your money. You know what I'm saying? Make your money. You know what I'm saying? It's like,
all right. We gonna keep it pushing right now.
Can't no dudes make no money off.
Look, actually, they can.
Hey, I heard there's a lot of rapper dudes that's on OnlyFans too. I guess they.
I'm just saying.
My feet done Tuesday.
Yes, they can. Yes, they can.
Your boy Clex trying to get on the pod.
Yeah, he ain't got nothing to say. Let his ass on here.
Hey, we gonna keep it moving, man. Like, hey, Rod's on fire right now. We gonna keep it pushing. We got something else out here.
Keep it real, dog.
Look, hey man, I feel you. You got the but you got Charlemagne the God out here talking about oral entanglement. Charlemagne the God said that he will perform oral sex on someone if Kanye West somehow manages to salvage his partnership with Adidas. Have you ever had this much conviction in anything? Like, that's my question. Like, to put that out?
No.
That's just
I mean, I have.
Look, no. See now, you also got to switch the situation. You can't be. You also got to switch the situation.
You probably got OnlyFans too. Yeah, she probably got OnlyFans right now. That's what we don't know about.
You subscribe? I'm taking all that.
I got you.
No, I'm not in that tier, honey. I'm not in that tier. No, but I would say this.
Talk to me,
I will honestly say this for Charlemagne the God. Not exactly for Charlemagne the God to put out to say what he said like that. That ain't the first time he done talked about fellatio. So I feel like that there's a whole lot of unexplored things he need to talk to his therapist about. Okay. I will also say that technically speaking, my cousin did salvage his relationship. You see, he quite literally had to go back to him to be like, I'm gonna need my money for that merchandise that you still in mine, because they really just put out. They was talking negotiations for him to continue selling it. He gonna make some money off of that. So
yeah, I mean, I saw that. At least,
is he gonna perform live? Is he gonna put it on live? Is it gonna be on the Breakfast Club? What platform is? Because I mean, I'm just saying, he got some real big soup coolers.
Yeah, I like look, I mean, I feel like that stepping in your mouth like that, putting your foot in your mouth like that situation, especially when I saw the information that they talking about, like 500 mil. He
gonna get it.
He could get the money, and I'm like, wow. Like,
and if you know anything about Adidas, them folks was down to do some things.
Gotta get that money.
Kanye West to 500 million just to see what Charlemagne gonna do. He said,
just for that.
I was fully prepared to go to his house and do some things. So I'm just gonna see if he gonna do it. I'm gonna need to see that.
Oh man,
Charlemagne. Hold your word.
He put that out in space, man.
I just want you to know there's a book called The Four Agreements, and the first agreement is is it is it something about your word? Is be impeccable with your word. Be impeccable with your word. And I'm gonna tell you right now, you can't be stepping out here with the platform that you have, with the followers that you have, with the fan base that you have, and think that you can say something like that. And now your mouthpiece, pun intended, your mouthpiece is your money maker. Your mouthpiece.
So,
Your
so
mouthpiece is
listen,
but your mouthpiece is your money maker. And if you gonna get out there and you gonna put it out that you're gonna do X, Y, and Z.
Mm-hmm. Hey,
first of all,
hey, go ahead, Ross. Talk to me.
There's a man code. That's the first thing. You know what I'm saying?
Man,
Real men, like first, like for example, you go to like I used to go to Thailand, right? And there's lady boys in Thailand.
Look, like I'll be like, these stories about to get it.
right,
All right.
Yeah.
I mean, if you got a little curious, I wouldn't hold that against you. But continue.
No. So listen, I used to own a bar in Thailand, right? And there's lady boys in Thailand, right?
Were they at the bar?
I own the bar, so yeah. So this, so there's a lot of dudes that come over there, and they don't. Like, there's a lot of dudes that come there and act like they don't know that these girls is dudes, right? But as a man, there's no way in hell you don't know another man. I don't give a shit if it look like Beyonce. You know it's a man, like because you're a man. You know this. You look at him like, you know what I'm saying? Like something ain't right about this chick.
If you had a good bartender, you might not. But continue.
It don't matter. You should know.
She said she was set up. You was the setup one. She was setting people up.
Some dudes will go home anyway. But my point of the matter is, you don't say shit as a dude that you'll do that's some suspect shit unless you would do it.
You about that life. Unless you about that life.
Like, you know what I'm saying? It ain't shit like it ain't gonna happen. I might say it's a coconut. What?
Look.
Oh yeah, exactly. You know what I'm saying? But the point of the matter is if you ain't about that life, you ain't never did that, you ain't never like you can't even talk
maybe he's never done it and he's really curious about doing it. And he feels that if he put this out, like if he presented it this way,
it allows him
making a choice as much as him fulfilling an obligation.
Right. And he gotta be a man of his word. Is that what you said?
I feel like just come out if you in the closet, just come out the closet. We know you in the closet, come out the closet. We know. You know what I'm saying? I'm not dope.
Just saying.
Just come out. You know what I'm saying?
Just saying. Just saying.
If you in the closet, come out the closet. You know what I'm saying?
But don't
be throwing hints. You throwing hints. Hey, so I had a situation. Listen.
Oh,
I had a situation just recently. The significant other was like, "Hey, if you do this, you can pass gas easy." First of all, no, I'm not doing that. I'm not.
What?
No, I'm not. No,
hey,
position.
We out here potting today. Let's go. Like,
positioning. No, we go.
Hey,
look, let's get that straight. Positioning. Not nothing like that. But she's like, nope.
You out here wilding, man. You out here wilding. Well, hey, we wish. Look, I'm gonna say this. I'm gonna say we wish I don't know. We wish the best or the worst, or whatever for Charlamagne the God. You know what I'm saying? Whatever he wishes.
Aaliyah be like, I'll suck a toe.
Hopefully it turns
Is that gonna be on his OnlyFans or what? I mean, I'm just trying to see.
I suck a toe for like tell Aaliyah. Aaliyah said she'll suck a toe for.
I wouldn't do that now.
As long as it comes out the way that he wants it to come out, I don't know. You know what I'm saying? Like whatever he trying to fulfill, then let that be. You know what I'm saying? What's going on? So
more power to you, Charlamagne.
Yeah, for sure. Do what you got to do, Charlamagne. But
Adidas right now.
we gonna move on from the news of the week. It was for y'all out there, as y'all see, it was interesting. We had some good topics today, and we was handling business. Roz was a little spicy out there. You know what I'm saying? He was like, hey, we was finding out some news out here, so it was good. It was good. So we gonna keep it pushing. And now it's time. You know what I'm saying? Sponsored by LGI Fitness Clothing. You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
We got the top almost 4 for this week. You know what I'm saying? LGI, go
get
my man Roz up in his the DM, IG, all the other good stuff. Find the LGI. Let's get it. Daggone fitness apparel, as well as hit up if you happen to be in the Brandon area. Hit up my cousin at Rather Unique Barbershop. You can search him out there. Cut ups be sick with it. You're gonna be super clean with it. He got all type of star studders that be coming through his barber. Folks be traveling for miles around. So also, if you happen to be in a Tampa area in Florida, come out there and see Rather Unique Barbershop. They be doing a daggone thing. Tell them that the Mint Ketchup podcast sent you, and maybe he'll give you a high five. I don't know if you get a discount, but just let him know. You know what I'm saying? Something. He'll take extra time, you know what I'm saying, and line you up real nice like that. So go ahead, my boy. You know what I'm saying? Hit him with that top almost 4 for this week.
So the top, like he said, the top almost 4 is brought to you by LGI. Let's get it. Fitness apparel. If you don't got it, get it while it's hot. It's going out the door right now. So this week, check this out. This week, we going with the top songwriters of all times. Now, before I get into this thing, this is gonna be hard. It was hard, very hard, and it's gonna be an argument after this because I'm telling you, I was arguing with myself, so I know I'm arguing with y'all. Because so we're gonna go with some honorable mentions. My first honorable mention is gonna be Neo. Neo,
Okay.
top hits, irreplaceable by Beyonce is one of the well knowns. I give him honorable mention. Usher. Usher's a great songwriter as well. Honorable mention. I couldn't put him on the top list because considering who else I got up there. But Usher's on that list too. My ex-baby mama, Mariah Carey. You know what I'm saying? Mariah Carey, great songwriter as well. Tell Nick, you know what I'm saying, you got a problem, let me know, holla at you. Mariah Carey, great songwriter as well. I have 30 kids. So we're gonna start from the bottom. And so it's gonna be some dilemma here. I can't take away from my man because of his actions or whatever, but I will say great songwriter. I put R. Kelly at number 3.
Ooh,
I had to.
I knew when you had to put the asterisk
disclaimer.
You started hitting the disclaimer on that mud. Yeah. Like, hey, the Mint Ketchup podcast does not condone the list. Man,
this is going
we already
I was like,
this is opinion.
I was like, yeah, but
look, it would have been better if you just honorable mentioned them, but you got them on the list. Like, I mean,
I got them on the list, but
I agree.
You can't take
you believe he can fly, man.
Number 2.
Talk to me.
I'm putting you.
What happened to 4?
Prince, okay.
It's almost 4.
Yeah.
Prince.
Yeah.
I got
Prince at number 2.
So at number 1, and I'm gonna tell you
one.
Let me tell you why first. Because of Whitney Houston, because of Janet Jackson, because of Beyonce, Mariah Carey,
Jackson, if you're
Monica, Maya, Sierra, Fantasia. They all got hits by this one person. Missy.
Can I guess?
All right,
Missy Elliott. Missy Elliott?
At number 1, Miss Demeanor Elliott is number 1. And like I said, because she done made hits for the greats. She done made hits for Whitney Houston, Mariah Carey, Beyonce, Sierra, Monica, Fantasia, Jasmine Sullivan, Janet Jackson. You know what I'm saying?
I swore you were supposed to be 4, but okay.
Well, I mean, you know, he likes the 3 list. You know, it's almost 4. You can put 4 if you want to. He got honorable mentions. He got honorable mentions. It's good. It's good.
Yeah, I got 3 honorable mentions. Okay.
He good. I mean, I would probably look at you know, I thought you may have went with like Babyface.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm like Babyface for real. He got all type of hits. Yeah, L.A. Reid. He got. I mean,
The Dream. Is he right?
We can name all the songwriters, but that don't necessarily mean they on my list.
Obviously.
All of them was on there.
We didn't even got to be arguing about the list. I still fight you. What you like?
I was just giving extra honorable mentions. That's all.
Let me show Aaliyah what
Spicy out here, man.
Hey, let me show you what I just bought myself this week, so you know. You know what that is?
Oh,
that's a fingerprint.
It ain't a problem for me. That's what it is. It ain't a problem for me.
That's a fingerprint right there.
It ain't a problem for me.
Ooh, man. Hey, you brought all the energy from last week.
So
he was like,
okay.
He's like, I wasn't on here, so I'm bringing that fire.
Something,
yeah,
like,
for real.
I wasn't here.
It's all right, man. It's all right.
Yeah,
it's
I saw y'all last week. I had to come back.
You need a hug. That dude got you swerving.
I mean, I would only say like, I would only say that like Babyface, L.A. Reid. I probably would have. I mean, honestly, just for me, I wouldn't have thought Missy Elliott would have been that hot. I would have probably put Missy Elliott probably in the honorable mentions, and I would have had L.A. Reid and Babyface probably higher. That would have been. They would have been in my top three.
You tell.
I would have probably went. I probably would have went Prince. I would have went Prince at 1, L.A. Reid. No, Prince at 1, Babyface, L.A. Reid. That's what I would went.
But I'm going this way because of who she wrote hits for. She wrote hits for major people. She wrote hits for people that's up there.
So
like,
did L.A. Reid and Babyface.
So did they.
They don't. Okay, but what I'm saying is irrelevant to who I'm talking about right now. She.
You said it don't matter.
Yeah, it don't matter. The hell with y'all talking about?
Look, I mean,
did they write hits for Jasmine Sullivan?
You came on here just ready to pod. You was like, I'm ready. I don't care what anybody say. I'm fighting all day.
Answer this question right now. Did Babyface write a hit for Beyonce?
Oh,
yes or no?
Jimmy Jam and Terry Lewis. Like, come on. Like, that's another one.
Did they write hits for Beyonce? That's my question.
Janet Jackson? Michael Jackson?
I said Beyonce. Did they write hits?
Morris Day in the Time, maybe?
Jimmy Jam, Terry Lewis, Babyface. Did they write hits for Beyonce?
I'm about to say, I don't know. I'm gonna have to go Google it. I'm going to Google it right now because
I think Jimmy Jam and Terry Lewis may have written something for Whitney Houston for sure.
Yeah.
And that was it. Whitney Houston, Beyonce, and Mariah Carey right there already.
All right.
For who?
I'm just saying. There's some.
No, you say who? Yeah.
I'm saying Jimmy Jam and Terry. I know Jimmy Jam and Terry Lewis. So this thing though, we stay so stuck in our era that we never get out of our era. You know what I'm saying? I'm just saying. You talking about Babyface? Babyface. Babyface ain't had a hit since '63.
Look,
all I'm saying.
You talking about him? Like you talking about him? You talking about songwriting? Like I don't know. I love Missy. Missy is my number one female rapper, and I know
I'm about to say. And excuse me, Rod. I just would like to point out. I would like to point out that Babyface has indeed written music for Beyonce. So.
First of all, you can't Google something. You should have told me that before you Google it.
It's all good, man.
From AmericanSongwriter.com.
Because in reality,
for all of them.
Hey, in reality, I knew that. I just didn't want you to Google it.
I'm gonna Google it.
You are a clown, dog. Like,
I said, as soon as she Googled this shit, she gonna see he wrote songs for Beyonce.
Everybody.
I know he wrote songs for Beyonce.
Look, he said Tony Rich bigger than Babyface, but hey, man, it is what it is.
Because he had a project. Because Tony Rich had the Tony Rich project.
I heard of the Tony Rich project. I heard that song. That was like I remember that song. I'm just saying. I don't like. I'm not familiar with what artists he's worked with outside of him. You know, because to me that would be like, oh, I remember Tony Rich. He was a one-hit wonder, not realizing that this man done wrote music for like half the industry. And
most of the time, that's how it is. It's like you may have a writer that no different than I mean, there's a few female writers that have started coming out with their own albums after they made enough money to be able to get some studio time and stuff like that, and they got a good voice. was it what's her name? Seven Streeter or
Seven Streeter.
Yeah. She was a songwriter and then was able to get enough notoriety. I mean, you even look at, even though it wasn't necessarily songwriting, but Kanye was in that same type of boat. He was producing, and they weren't giving it to him until he had to really like, oh, I got to go hard for my own stuff, and he got the accolades, and they moved from there. So I mean, there's a ton of writers out there. I mean, you got Quincy Jones, you ain't missing that. Yeah. I mean, you got like a lot of writers out there that be getting it done. You know what I'm saying? So I do like your list. I do enjoy your list. Yeah, I do enjoy your list, and the thing is, like, Prince, Missy, I love them. Like, that's not a thing. I mean, also, Asterisk by R. Kelly. The Mid Ketchup podcast is not on the list of R. Kelly at number 3 on this list, but it's all good. You know what I'm saying? It's all good. It's your list. This is for sure, Rajeen. This is Rajeen, Mr. Make It Happen's list. And then. Doing the thing. So we love it, man. I'm glad that you were able to put that stuff together for
Brought
us.
to you by LGI Fitness.
Brought to you by LGI Fitness, the top almost 4 songwriters of all time. At number 3, Fitness. R. Kelly with the asterisk. Number 2, Prince, and number 1, Missy Elliott, for all that out there listening. Now go ahead, Rajin.
So I was saying, and also, you know what I'm saying, before we get off that subject, if you live in the Orlando area, surrounding areas, I got bounce houses, I got new slides, I got new water slides, I got projector screens, blah, blah, blah. Let's go. We can go all day long. So if you're interested, if you need some inflatables for your next party, let me know ahead of time because summer's coming and I'm already booked up for the next couple of weeks. Hit your boy up. You need some shirts made, hit your boy up. Leah, your shirt's coming soon. Hayes, your shirt's in the mail. Mint Ketchup merch is coming. Don't get me wrong. I know Hayes is like, where the merch at? We're gonna have.
I just went ahead and made my own.
Yeah. Okay.
He made it. So it is.
Because I sure ain't get a T-shirt, but okay.
I'm gonna get you. I got you. I got you in the Mint Ketchup game. You know what I'm saying?
Can I get a Mint Ketchup hat? Like
we gonna get it popping.
I know I work here.
We gonna get it popping. So we also want one more thing besides everybody out here getting the merchandise and whatnot. Hey, if you're out there having a bad day, you're not alone. You know what I'm saying? Make sure that you hit it up. National Suicide Prevention Lifeline is at 800-273-TALK, 800-273-8255. Make sure you take care of yourself, man. You're not alone. There's people out here that care about you and want you to be out there with them. You know what I'm saying? Continue on life. You don't know what's around the corner. Positivity, new experiences and things like that are always around the corner. And you just have to be around for it, so just talk it out, family for you, friends, be there for you, or just be able to get that information off your chest to find new ways to deal with those things. Like I said, once again, the National Suicide Prevention Lifeline at 800-273-TALK, 800-273-8255. So take care of yourself out there. And on that note, we've had another wonderful one. You know what I'm saying? We had the spicy podcast that's going on. We got we can't have Roz. We can't have Roz miss another week, man. He come with the fire, man. We gotta tone my man down. Get that Deuce out of his hand. He out here just lighting it up. So but everybody out there, this is episode 43, Mint Ketchup Podcast with your host, Hayes Adonis. We got Rajim in the building, Mr. Make It Happen. We got the perspective of Leah. You can find us on everything, Spotify, TuneIn, Apple Podcasts, Amazon, at Mint Ketchup, Instagram, at The Mint Ketchup Podcast. You got myself, Hayes Adonis, on there. You got He the Author on the Instagram, Twitter. You can find the Mint Ketchup Podcast at Mint Ketchup Pod. Myself at _Hayes MKP. And you got my man, He the Author, on there as well. Facebook, you know what it is, Mint Ketchup. YouTube, guess what? It's Mint Ketchup. So come check us out. See us next week. Same time, same channel. Mint Ketchup Podcast all day long. We here. We in the building. Have a great week, y'all.
Have a good one.